Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about something that looks simple, looks a little mysterious, and is always misunderstood almost, and it's the psi wheel. Most people think of the psi wheel as a party trick or a beginner telekinesis toy, but the truth is this is the whole point of this video, that the psi wheel is a diagnostic tool because it shows you exactly what your nervous system is doing. It reflects your autonomic state. It reveals your micro movements, your breath patterns, your attentional stability, and the way your field meets the world. This is the tool I use to teach TK, perception, and healing because it tells the truth every single time. So let's break it down with zero woo, zero mysticism, just physiology and perception. So let's talk about what the psi wheel actually measures. I'm going to try and reconfigure this. Can I? I don't know. It doesn't want to. Typically you have foil, but I have paper this time. So when you sit in front of the psi wheel, it's not measuring your psychic powers. It's measuring your system. There we go. Here's what the psi wheel reveals. Number one, autonomic state. If the wheel is jittery, hesitant, or stops and starts, it usually means your system is upregulated. If it moves smoothly, you're in parasympathetic dominance. And that's the state where subtle perception becomes possible. Number two, it reveals attentional stability. The wheel responds to the quality of your attention. If your focus jumps, the wheel jumps. If your attention narrows too hard, the wheel freezes. If your attention softens and widens, the wheel flows. Micro movements. Your body is always moving. Tiny postural shifts, breathing rhythms, fascial recoil. The psi wheel picks up every one of those micro signals. This isn't cheating. It's actually biofeedback. Also, hemispheric differences. This is one of my favorite parts. Left hand versus right hand equals different movement patterns. One side tends to make the wheel move in big, wide arcs, and the other makes it move in tight, narrow spirals. This tells you which hemisphere is leading. Field boundary. When your hand gets close, the wheel often hesitates or reverses. This isn't magic. It's your attentional boundary meeting a physical object. Your attentional boundary, think about that, your field meeting a physical object. And all of this is diagnostic, and all of it is usable. So why do beginners struggle? If you've tried a psi wheel and nothing happens, it doesn't mean you don't have psi. It just means one of these. Your shoulders are braced, you're holding your breath, you're trying too hard, your focus is too narrow, you're too close to the wheel, that's one that most people don't expect, or you're expecting a huge effect instead of noticing micro responses. So most people don't fail the psi wheel. Their nervous system just isn't in the right gear yet, which brings us to your first breakthrough. So most people think the first breakthrough is when the wheel spins fast. It's not. The real breakthrough is when you see the wiggle, the vibrate, the micro shift, the hesitate, the pause, the lean in one direction. These tiny reactions are your system mapping itself. This is the moment when TK stops being mysterious and starts being trainable. So, control is the skill. Once people can reliably get motion, I teach the next step. Rotate, stop, reverse, stop, rotate again. When you can do that with softness, not force, you've built a closed loop feedback system between your attention and your body. This is the same control system used in telekinesis, partner sensing, perception labs, healing work, and coherence practice. The psi wheel is the first doorway into all of it. What does the psi wheel then reveal about healing? Here's where we connect the dots. People often ask, what does TK have to do with healing? Well, everything. Healing requires microcontrol, attunement, boundary awareness, coherence, and the ability to notice those tiny little shifts in someone else. Okay, and finally, and maybe most importantly, the ability to not override your own system. The PSI wheel teaches these foundational skills without another person being involved. It's the safest and clearest way to learn how your field actually behaves. So, let's talk a little about troubleshooting. If the wheel won't move, you might be too tense, over-focused, expecting too much, breathing irregularly, irregularly, or you're too close. You might be also emotionally invested in an outcome. That tends to happen a lot, and it certainly happened with me. I was super invested in the outcome when I began. If the wheel moves too easily, you may be influencing it with breath or tremor. Your attention rhythm could be pulsing, or you could be unintentionally adding micro movements. And none of this is failure, okay? It's data. So do this before every practice. Before you try the wheel, inhale gently through your nose. Exhale longer than your inhale. Typically, they teach 4 in, 8 out, 4 in, 8 out. Sometimes we add a pause of 1 before the next 4 in, whatever feels right to you. Drop your attention to the center of your belly. If you do martial arts, this would be the dantian. Let your shoulders fall, okay? And I challenge you with this one because most people are like, my shoulders are down. So don't wiggle them or anything, just be still. And can you drop them further, even just a millimeter? Do it. Soften your eyes, widen your awareness instead of tightening it. You'll feel your system settle. That state is what moves the wheel, not force or intensity or trying. So yes, the PSI wheel looks like a simple little toy, but it's a mirror. It shows you how you focus, how you breathe, how your nervous system shifts, how your attention interacts with the world, and how trainable all of this is. This is why we're going to use it in our workshop. It's the cleanest starting point for TK, perception and healing. If you try this at home, tell me what you discover, especially about the micro movements. That's where everything begins. So thanks for being here. And remember, it isn't magic. It's you learning how your system actually works. And if you want to learn more, subscribe.